Now, this is the story of a young man, a law school graduate, who paid off his student loan, huge student loan, with cash. How do you do something like this? We're joined now by Alex Kenjeev, Toronto-based president of OLeary Ventures, a startup investment company owned by Kevin O'Leary. Hi, Alex. How are you?
Hi, Sean. How are you? I'm
good.
Great. How are you?
Hey, good. Nice to hear from you. All right, tell me about this. You paid off, what, $115,000 student loan?
That's right. Yeah, I did. And I posted the receipt on Facebook just very spontaneously. And the next morning it had kind of gone viral quite unexpectedly, and all that happened.
I know. It's unbelievable. Well, I think that what's interesting is not only you paid it off, but you paid it off with cash. How did that happen, Alex?
Well, I went to my first my bank where I had deposited the cash that we got when I sold my first startup from before I worked for Kevin. And when they asked me, how would you like the money, I thought, well, this is a big moment in my life. Why don't I make it hilarious? And I said, why don't I'll take it in cash? Because I had to walk it, of course, across to the other bank that had my student loan.
Oh, yeah.
So, and what people have found really interesting is how much of a hard time the two banks both gave me. So the first bank, really didn't want to do it, and the second bank didn't want to take the money initially.
Really?
Well, funny, isn't it?
It's legal tender. It was cash money.
I thought so, but but they all had a good laugh with me at the end, so it worked out nicely.
So you sold off a company, good for you, going to college, getting degrees, and also running a company that was obviously profitable. You get $115,000 cash. Did you have armed guards and a bulletproof vest as you walked to the other bank?
I did not. I had my wife, but she protects me.
It must have felt pretty good, Alex, because a lot of people take years and years to pay off their student loans.
It did, and I guess I'm lucky because for me, I know for sure now that the debt was all worth it, and for other people have to sometimes wait a lot longer before that becomes clear.
What do you attribute your success to? Why have things worked out so well for you?
I don't think I'm so different from a lot of other people who take on a lot of student debt. I mean, for me, I went into an entrepreneurial stream, I guess, so I was okay with taking, pretty big risks. And, I would have had to live with it either way had they worked out or not. So I think you have to have some humility and for the role of luck in everyone's life.
Some people, you posted that receipt, as you said, it kind of went viral. Some people say, like, oh, he's just bragging. This guy's just bragging and making us all feel bad. And, how do you respond to that?
That I really didn't mean to do that, and really sorry if it seemed that way for some people. I definitely did not mean to rub it in people's face. That's for sure. I realize that, for a lot of people it takes a lot longer, and like I said, it could have been me just as easily had the company not worked out as well as it did or not been sold so quickly. So
yeah, but surely you have the right to celebrate some success, right? You're just celebrating. You're just putting it out there. Woohoo! I paid off my student loan.
That's true, and that's all I was really trying to do. So I'm glad you see it that way.
Well, Alex, what's next for you? You got this paid down. That's fantastic. What are you up to right now?
I have the coolest job ever. I think I'm working with Kevin O'Leary, who's one of Canada's most well-known and successful entrepreneurs.
Sure.
And we're building some really exciting new companies with him. He really wanted somebody who was both young and hungry, but also had experience building successful companies that grow really quickly. And so he found me, and we're building some really exciting businesses. We're building a mortgage business, so Canadians will be able to take out an O'Leary mortgage designed to be easier to understand and easier to live with than what people are used to seeing today. We're going into the wine business, so by the end of this summer, you'll be able to get O'Leary wine. The idea being also, taking his brand of just making things simple and easy to understand and honest and direct, and putting that into something that's usually very complicated like wine. So one red, one white, that is going to be good for a good value. I'm kind of a shameless plug there, but I'm excited.
You can plug away, Alex, but we have to leave it there. We're up against the clock. Great to talk to you, and a great story. Thanks so much for sharing it with us. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having me, son. I really appreciate it.